Okay, so we'll start with the auricles, which are going to be these ear-like flaps that cover the atriums. So if we're starting out, we have the right side of the heart is going to be over here, and the left side is going to be over here. So we would have the right auricle covering the right atrium, and the left auricle covering the left atrium. So when we open this up then, this would be the right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. So the blood is going to come into the heart through the vena cavas. So we have the inferior vena cava, which is going to come up right through here where my pinky is. It's going to be the inferior vena cava. And then the superior vena cava is going to be this one right here. So both of these empty into the right atrium. And the heart then, when the atrium contracts, will push it into the right ventricle. And it will go through this valve here, which is the paper. This is going to be the tricuspid valve. And the valve is attached to these chordae tendineae, which are going to be these blue strings here. So it's going to be the chordae tendineae. Chordae tendineae go to the papillary muscles, so that when the atrium, or when the ventricle contracts, that chordae tendineae will make sure that that valve stays closed, so that blood doesn't go back into the atrium, but instead gets pumped up here into the pulmonary trunk. Okay, so the pulmonary trunk is going to take the blood from the heart to the lungs to get oxygen, and it goes through this valve here, which is going to be the pulmonary semilunar valve. So we have the pulmonary semilunar valve into the pulmonary trunk. Now, because blood is leaving the heart, these are going to be arteries, right? Because blood is leaving the heart, so it leaves through an artery. But these are blue, right? Because it's carrying deoxygenated blood. So these are going to be flip-flopped. So here in the back, we have the pulmonary arteries. And these arteries go to the lungs, get blood, or get oxygen, and come back through the heart through these pulmonary veins, because blood's coming back to the heart. But this time it's carrying oxygen, so they're red. So these are the pulmonary veins. The pulmonary veins empty into this left atrium here, okay? And right here we have the bicuspid valve. So same thing over here, we have the chordae tendineae again to the papillary muscles. And then this is the left ventricle. Left ventricle will pump the blood into the aorta. So we have this valve right here, which is going to be the aortic semilunar valve. And it's going to enter into the atrium, or the aorta, which is going to be right here. So it's going to be the ascending aorta because it's going up, and it's going to curve. So that's going to be the arch of the aorta here. And then on the body, it goes down, and we have the descending aorta right here. Okay? So that's going to be the aorta. So putting this back on, the heart muscle itself needs blood. So all these arteries and veins here are supplying blood to the heart muscle itself. So these are going to be normal orientation, with the red being arteries and the blue being veins. So this main artery going right down the center of the heart is going to be the anterior, I believe in the, how she has it, it's just the anterior descending artery. On there, it's the left anterior descending, the LAD artery. Okay, so that's the LAD, or anterior, I think anterior interventricular is how she has it on her list, because these are two ventricles, so it goes in between the two ventricles. So that's the artery there. Coming over on the right side of the heart, we have the right coronary artery. Okay, so not too bad. And then if we follow this artery then around this side, we have the left circumflex artery, because it goes around to the back of the heart. And then it goes down into this artery, which is going to be the posterior interventricular artery. As for the veins, we have the great cardiac vein, which is on the anterior part of the heart, great cardiac vein. And then it feeds into the coronary sinus, which is going to be this artery, or this vein back here is the coronary sinus. Okay, this coronary sinus all has deoxygenated blood, so the next logical place for it to go then is back into the right atrium, so that it can then go to the lungs. So you have the coronary sinus. So then in the atrium, right there, that hole is going to be the opening of the coronary sinus. So this is going to be where this vein drains into, right there. So the opening of the coronary sinus. And then there's one more depression in here that we need to know, and it's the fossa ovalis, which is where people have colored that like spot in there, is the fossa ovalis, where people have gotten all their pen marks. Fossa ovalis, okay? Yeah. A few other things that we need to go over are going to be the myocardium. So the myocardium is just the heart muscle itself. That's like the main meat of the heart. So that's going to be all this inside stuff here is going to be the myocardium. Or on this half, the myocardium. Just right in the center of everything, myocardium. And then we have trabecular carne, which are just going to be the ridges on the inside wall of the heart. So that's going to be these ridges here, trabecular carne. And you can also see it on this half too, trabecular carne, just those ridges in there. And then the moderator band, which is going to be that bridge right there. That's going to be the moderator band. And all that does, that's just to make sure that the electrical impulse of the heart gets spread to the anterior wall of the heart as well.
Arteries going away, right?
I believe that's it.
What about this, the ligamentum arteris?
That we can't see. If we could see it, it would be right here. It just connects the aorta to the pulmonary trunk. But that's for like fetal circulation.
Because it's deoxygenated blood because they have
And then,
gas exchange.
yeah, I think that's it.
So then